Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I want to talk about ways you can counter Seda and ATHALIA, and I don't just mean like throw this team in here and you'll beat it, because there's just so many different variables that go into play when you're fighting a Seda ATHALIA team. It's map choice, the positioning, how they position their heroes, the hero choices that they go with that aren't Seda and ATHALIA. You know, there's a lot of things. There's mythic weapon levels, paragon levels, your positioning, you know, all that kind of stuff, and artifact choice. So there's a lot of things that can change the way a fight works, but there's at least, you know, a core set of ways that you can at least give yourself a chance to beat this type of a combination of Seda and ATHALIA. So we're going to go ahead and do this fight. We're going to watch it really quick, and then we're going to talk about the roles that these heroes play and what they're doing to get wins against this kind of a team. So, as you can see, we took out the Pandora and their Ravion and their Dunling are relatively fast, getting their team down to just Seda and ATHALIA, and that's pretty important in a fight like this, because as the faster you can get the team down to just Seda and ATHALIA's Lance, the better off you're going to be, because you need to get Seda to run through her hearts as quickly as possible. And there we go, we just got the win. So having having a lot of burst damage is going to be very important, and also having a lot of win conditions is going to be important, because, well, if ATHALIA is running through your damage dealers really quickly and you're just left with support heroes, you're just never going to win. So as ATHALIA, as the enemy ATHALIA is picking off heroes, you need backup heroes that can still do damage and kill like Seda and whatever straggling heroes are still alive. So that it's very important to have as a bursty of heroes as you can, with also having them synergize and helping each other do more damage. So let me pull this fight back up again, and we'll do another attempt, and also talk about the skills that Seda and ATHALIA have and how you can counter them. Okay, so before we go any further in the fight, in the video, I do want to remind you guys, this team that we're fighting against is a full P4 team, and then we only have 3 P4s, a P2 Perseus, and a P2 Ravion. So we're at a little bit of a Paragon disadvantage. We're missing about 4 Paragon levels, so it's not huge, but it is a noticeable difference sometimes against certain teams. But anyway, to know and understand why I chose the heroes I chose, we need to understand the skills that make these heroes really strong. And for ATHALIA, it's her ultimate, and it's also Vengeance Charge combined with her mythic skill. So Vengeance Charge does a lot of damage. It has a decently short cooldown. It's not super short, but it's not very long either. But her mythic weapon gives her the ability to reset the cooldown, so whenever she assists or defeats an enemy, or even just uses her ultimate, it resets Vengeance Charge's cooldown, and that allows her to steamroll and, you know, run through teams very quickly. So having a hero like Ravion on your team to provide fatal blow protection to your 2 biggest damage dealers is going to slow the ATHALIA down a ton, because when ATHALIA finally gets that fatal blow hit on Lily May or on my Perseus, the fatal blow protection from Ravion will kick in, and she won't be able to reset her cooldown, and that'll buy us another 7 seconds before she does another Vengeance Charge. And then Lily also has the ability to block her ultimate, which will also force her to do the full cooldown for Vengeance Charge also. But mainly you want Lily May to block Seda's ultimate. I find that to be much more useful, because that's the other way that this team is very, very strong, and that's Seda's hearts. So let's go ahead and do another fight here, and we'll talk about Seda and the heart she puts out there, because Seda's hearts, or I guess I should just say Seda herself, she can't be insta-killed. So, you know, the Igor ATHALIA combination, the Tassie ATHALIA combinations, all of those combinations are much more counterable because they can be insta-killed. Tassie and Igor both can just get insta-killed by either Siren or Odie, for example. He has the ability to do that. And right there, see how the Seda just got an extra heart out on the battlefield? That's going to extend the fight, and I don't know if we're going to actually get the win, because if the ATHALIA, right there, she just did a Vengeance Charge and killed a few of my heroes. We just barely pulled out the victory, but that was very close. And it's all because we weren't able to stop the Saida's heart from coming out on the battlefield. Our Lily didn't have the energy in time. So yeah, stopping Seda from getting the hearts out there is going to be very important because, well, her revive animation is extremely slow. That's a very big pain in the butt. But if you limit the hearts, it just limits the amount of time the Athalia's Lance form can just run around and freely kill everyone. So let me pull this fight up again. I'll be right back. Okay, so knowing that limiting the amount of hearts Seda puts out on the battlefield is going to be very important brings me to the next thing I want to talk about, which is hero choice and the team that you're going to build and all that kind of stuff. So having a hero, like for example, if they're using the Athalia, Seda, Dunlinger trio, then having Lily May on your team is going to pretty much be a must-have. You're gonna need her to actually get victories. I mean, I guess maybe not, but you really run a lot of risk allowing Seda to do ultimates, because if she gets hearts piled up out there, it's going to be very hard to get the win. So you really are going to want to have Lily May on the team, and that's why I chose the Lily May one-shot team, because, well, it's got a ton of burst, which is a huge counter to this kind of a team, because if you can burst down the heroes that can actually die, and then you just have the Seda and the Athalia left, you can easily, well, not easily, but you have a better chance of running through all the Seda's hearts and her revives and getting the win. So that's why I have, like I said earlier, that's why I have five damage dealers, each one of them bringing something to the fight that is going to benefit the other heroes on the team. So for example, Leica is providing growth stacks for Perseus and Lily May. She's also providing energy to my Siren, my Ravion, and, well, she's providing energy to everyone and an attack speed boost. So that's really good. Ravion is providing a growth stack for Perseus and Lily May, plus the fatal blow protection and the mortal ace buffs when she or when they both get a kill. And then we've got Siren, who does AoE damage, can insta-kill the heroes that can be insta-killed, and just does a lot of damage himself. So this is going to give Athalia a lot of different targets to go after, and she might not just focus on one and try to kill them outright, because each one's going to be doing more damage than the other ones at certain points in the fight, and that kind of just spreads out the Athalia's attacks and keeps her moving around on the map to different places and different heroes. And then we have yeah, and also Siren is shutting down the artifact for the first 8 seconds of the fight, which is going to be very beneficial for us too. So anyway, let's do this fight again, see if we can't get another win. And yeah, let's just do it and talk about what's going on. So we kill that Pandora before she can even feed energy and give the attack boost to the Seda, so that helps us out a ton in this fight, which also goes down to the map choice of the enemy team and the positioning of the enemy team, because if I couldn't target that Pandora, these fights might go a lot differently. There we block the Seda ultimate, that saves us from having to deal with another revive, and we just need to kill her this one more time. I don't see any other hearts out there, and there we go, we got it. So yeah, it's very, very important to block those ultimates from Seda. Like I was saying, it's going to provide you the best chance of getting wins against these types of teams, because you can't let her revive. That animation is so slow, and the whole time she's reviving, your heroes are just standing there letting Athalia or Athalia's Lance just nuke them down, and it really sucks. But anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today's video. I just wanted to kind of talk about these things and talk about the things you want to try and counter with when you run into a Seda and Athalia on an enemy team, because yeah, it's a tough team to beat, and hopefully this can help you guys out, and maybe you'll get some victories here and if you see these teams. But anyway, I think that's going to be about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, loot bar link down below, Discord link down there too, and if you can, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I really like brownness, yeah. It's yummy. I play games with y'all.